Good day, my craft along buddies. This is Jennifer with Just Crafting Along. Welcome to my channel. Well, good day, my craft along buddies, and welcome back. This girl took a trip to Hobby Lobby. I was out with my auntie for Girls' Day, and we went to Hobby Lobby, and I was like, walked down. I don't even know what aisle it was. The cups and the decals, and I don't even remember what aisle. I found the cutest thing at Hobby Lobby, and today we're going to make a project. Yes, it has to do with cups. So let me go ahead and get everything out of my bag. I'm going to save what I found that shocked me to the end. But let me cups. Some basic cups. I got my colors I love. I love purple. I love green. I was gonna do a cup project. Didn't do that project just because I had to cut out the vinyl with my Cricut. I had to get things done with my Cricut. I had to use my Cricut. I had to find the vinyl. I had to put the vinyl on the mat. So I'm like, oh, this project's gonna take forever. And then I did cut it out, and then it wouldn't work because the cup was for sublimation, and this was just regular vinyl. Regular vinyl would not stick to this sublimation cup. So I even tried alcohol. I tried all the things. So couldn't get it to work. Fast forward. But the one thing I did find for my cups at Hobby Lobby, mind-blowing. I don't know how it took so long. They have their own cold transfer stickers at Hobby Lobby. I was like, oh my goodness, I have to make these. Look how stinking cute all of this is that we are going to be making. We're going to be making, I believe this one is going to be this and this. This one's going to be these two. And I also bought these, which are straw caps. I didn't go. I was 1 week too early. I did not go while it was paper crafting day. These paper crafts will go on sale for 40% off, I think, every other week. So you can, oh, and I also bought glass straws. Glass straws. Look at the prices on these things. Look at the good prices on all of these things. So if I would have went the following week, but I didn't want to take a chance of this kind of getting out and people like rushing in and not having any supplies. If I would have gone the next week, paper crafts would have been 40% off. So I would have saved a little bit of money, but I was okay with that. These prices are fine for me. Prices on these, $2.79, $2.79, $2.29. 5 straws for $1.79. Glass. These are glass straws. I drink out of glass now. I'm trying not to drink out of plastic anymore. It also comes with a little cleaner. I think I ran out of cleaners for my glass straws for my other one, and I couldn't find my cleaner brush. I think I paid $4 on Amazon for 2 straws, 2 of these. So I paid $4 for 2 of these. So say $2 just for one of these. I bought the whole set for under $2. These prices are amazing. $4.49 for a cup. $2.50 for 8-ounce tumbler, it says right here. So it says pink ombre tumbler, but I do think this is made very well. I don't see any scratches on it or anything like that. I haven't tried to scratch it to see if the paint would come off. I don't know how durable this is. But I'm going to share a picture here in a second. When I took the picture for this was a different day than I did my shopping. They did have the large metal ones in stock. The day that I shopped, they did not have it, only had the small. So on that picture that I just showed, you're going to see that they also had, you're going to say, well, these are for these glasses. They also have the tumbler, these tumblers, but I didn't really like the grid pattern it had. It was squares. I didn't really like it. The way it looked. So, but they do have them for the metal cups too. It just said the cold transfer, so I think they're the same product, just different picture up here. This one shows a bag, probably a vinyl bag that this is stuck to. So this cold transfers, I think, will work on any surfaces that you would normally put vinyl on. So we're going to clean up and we're going to go ahead and start a project. I haven't done a crafting project in quite a long time, so I'm eager to get one done. We are going to go ahead and start with this green one, and I have decided that even though this green kind of matches, I'm going to put it on here anyway, because this is going to be just for me. And then this one's going to go on my bigger cup. No directions, though. That's the scary part. There's really no directions. It just says peel paper from the back of the design. Apply design to surface as desired. Smooth out any air bubbles. Peel, clear, transfer film off from design. Enjoy your creation. So we all know that you have to wipe down the glasses with alcohol. You have to prep the glasses. You have to know if it's going to go all the way around, where it's going to end so they meet up straight. So there might be a little bit of measuring that we need to do, but so I'm gonna save this one for later. We're gonna put this one over here. And how stinking cute are these? These are just, I can't. So we're gonna go purple. I'm gonna get out my nice big straw I just got. A big, nice tall straw. We're gonna put that little thing over top of it. Look at how cute these are. These would be great for if you have like, if you had like a bachelorette party or you're making things, you can put these over. They're at a bar or at a gathering, so no one puts anything inside their drink. That would be a good reason to have these, or any bugs that might crawl in if you're at a party and ants or something might crawl into your straw. But these are so cute. They are a little flimsy, but they get the job done. Look how stinking cute those are. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. They had different ones. I think in the video, I'm going to share a video here in a second, and it shows you the straws. You just have to look out for them. They also have this cute little fish bowl looking glass, but it's not a glass. It's like a big fish bowl, and it has, the straw has a fish down here. So it looks like the fish is swimming in your drink. Almost bought it. I was like, no, I'll never use it. And I think it was only like $2 or $3. It wasn't very expensive, but it was definitely cute. They have the popsicle ones that are adorably cute. Think they might have a camera one, but they have many different kinds of glasses that you can make for adults or for children or for teens or whatever. So they have a lot to choose from. Their section, this section right here, they kind of revamped, and it's really good right now. I was impressed with all of it, and there was many projects popping into my mind, and I almost bought them, but I didn't. I only bought two. This store that I took this video from is the second store that I always visit in my town. The first store I visit is where I bought all the supplies. They did not have the same stock as this store. When I did come to this store, they had much more things in stock, much more products to choose from. Their selection was much bigger, so I know I'll continue to be shopping here. But the first one, I went with my auntie, and we had a girls' day. Found all the products and thought to myself, I better grab them while they're here, not knowing what my store would have that was closer to my home. But to my surprise, up there in the left-hand corner, they do have the metal cup wraps that would fit your metal cups. But I did make do with the small cup wrap. You'll have to stay tuned because the project turned out really cute here at the end of the video. I am so excited. It's much cheaper to go this route than it was to buy the cup and do something on my Cricut. I'm like, this is just perfect. I don't have to worry about cutting, worry about it getting straight. I don't have to worry about peeling it right and the things coming off. So we'll see how this transfers, because I'm eager to see how this is gonna work. I'm also gonna bring out my Maker Market. I got this from Michael's, and it's just a measuring tape that actually goes around, and it can go around your cups to measure. Don't know if I'll need it, but just in case. But I did get this from Michael's for, I think, $5.99. So let me go ahead and set this over. So let's go ahead and get our cup out. I am so excited. And yes, I did already open this in the store because I wanted to see what it looked like. They're cute. They're really cute. They are 16 ounces. They come with a glass straw. And the one thing I do like is that the straw has a cap in right here, so it kind of seals the straw in there, so it has something to grab onto. This one does not have that middle plastic cap. You put this one in the car, and this is what you hear when you're driving down the road from the glass straw. It literally, so if I would have this little seal, it wouldn't do that. So I'm hoping once I get this going and I can take this in the car with me, that this will keep it from rattling against the thing. But this is my first glass jar. I'm starting to drink out of glass. I'm trying to stop eating out of plastic, drinking out of plastic. I'm trying to not drink out of styrofoam. I'm trying to use glass straws when I can. I'm trying to do that from at home. You know, when I'm out and about, I really can't do that, but I do bring a lot of drinks with me in the car. So this, oops. This is a really nice cap. It is actually plastic. Cap on the glass straw, you can hear it. It's the same glass straws that I just got, so you can see that. And this is the actual cup itself. So I like how you can see through it. But yeah, it's green. So you can kind of see how green it is. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get our supplies. Supply is not very much. It is a little bit of alcohol. And you wipe it down, and we're gonna get my little cradle out here in a second. If you can get something to rest your cup on. This one, I have a couple spatulas out because I just don't know what's gonna work on that, the roundness. So this is my alcohol that's in a little container. I need to fill it, but I don't think it's 91%, but I believe 70% would work just fine, but I usually get the 91%. And I've never had a problem. But I'm sure any kind of alcohol would work. You just want to clean all the surface and get all the fingerprints and oils off of it. Could not get over these prices. $4.49 for a cup. If you go when it's 40% off, that's like, I don't even know. $2.69 for this cup. $2.69 for this goal. Yeah, 69 cents for this cup. These would be $1.49. You would get a whole dollar off of these. You would get this for $1.49. There is no way you could go buy the vinyl, go buy the transfer sheet. The time that you would spend to make a project with your own vinyl is more than $1.49 and more than $2.49. I mean, how great does this make and how easy does this make your life? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just wipe this down. And what we're doing is removing any kind of oils, any kind of fingerprints, any kind of marks, anything that you don't want on your cup before you put your project on there. This on the aisle, I got the decals in the aisle, and then I got the cup at the end of the aisle because they don't have any green in that section, but they had it at the end of the aisle. So I'm going to go this way with my wrap, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wrap it all the way around and see where they end. Oh, so stop it. There is no measuring. Zero measuring. That is going to end exactly where it needs to go. See that little rim right there? We're going to put it right here. And it lines up perfect. Stop it already. The only thing I'm worried about is if I put Mama over top of those hearts. Let me go ahead and get my package back out. It does show Mama right over top of all these hearts. You don't pick. If I need to pick a heart off, I will. But we are going to go ahead and go for it. So, I can't believe this. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. You're all probably thinking, Jennifer, just chill out. But this is huge. I'm talking, how easy is this project? So I'm going to fold that. I'm going to go ahead and stick this right where I want it. I want to make sure that I'm going the right way. I'm going to have to go backwards. I'm going to line up this bottom heart where I want it. So let me go ahead and clip this away. I'm going to go ahead and clip this portion away so I have room to work. I'm happy. This makes me very, very happy. I think there's going to be lots of cups in my future. So the heart, turn this until the straw lid, I guess you could put the lid on anywhere. I mean, it comes off, so I guess I could just put the lid on wherever I wanted it. So I'm just going to leave it on for today's purposes, and I'm going to turn it so the straw, I don't know if you can see, is straight down because that's going to be the front of my glass. And I'm going to start from the back, and I'm going to work my way around because this is where I want the hearts to end. So I'm going to find this little ridge. I'm going to bring this toward me just for a sec. See, I'm telling you, as soon as I stop. And these cups are really good. There's a couple of scratches on the cups, but the cups are really good. So let me... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the paper now. And I'm going to go ahead and put a couple cut marks in this bottom half, because what you do is when you cut this, it lets the paper, the plastic, kind of bend a little bit, and you don't get as much puckering. I learned that a while cup. When I first started making, I think when I made my daughter's bridesmaids cups, I learned that from somebody. I don't know who. I would give credit if I did. I don't know who taught me that, but if you put a couple of lines in here, it gives the transfer tape a little bit of room to pucker, and you don't have as many bubbles, and you don't have as many gaps. It works a lot better. If I can get this one to cut. Don't know why my scissors stopped working right there. And we're gonna put one right here. So we're gonna turn this back around. And you can work from any way. You just wanna work from the back of the cup. And we're gonna make sure that this goes straight. And we're just gonna rotate her cup. And it's okay if the transfer tape is a little wonky. You just want to make sure that this ends at the end. And oh, look how easy they stick down. Okay, so we're just going to give this a good rub. Look at, and then I'm going to go to the front. Well, the front can be anywhere. So we're just going to draw a line from the back here, and this is going to be our front. So if we put our mama on the front, we would have to remove all of these, but you're not going to be able to tell where the front is because this is seamless. Stop it. So we're going to give this a good, I don't even know if I need mine. We're going to get this out because it's got the felt so that all these hearts are stuck down really good. So we're going to go ahead and just do this. Each one, we're going to kind of go over and spoil each one. We're going to give each one a good massage. And you can see the air bubbles. You can see where the air bubbles go away. Let me see if we can find one that has air bubble. So watch this blue one. You can see that it gets darker. So you can see when the air bubbles kind of pop away. But what? I don't even know who makes paper crafts. I don't even know who thought of this. But let me tell you, this is by far, it takes out a lot of my use of my very expensive machine. Well, not really, because I just got it on clearance at Joann's. Got a really good deal on my Cricut Maker. I had a Cricut Joy for a long time. Well, I do. Cricut Joy Extra. And I got a Maker finally. Just a Maker. Nothing, no 2, no 4s. I shouldn't say 2. No Maker 3s or 4s. I don't know. Was there ever a 2? No idea. But I did get a Maker and a bundle kit for, I think it was regular $250. And I got it for $149. So it was during their clearance. And I got the last one. There was a lady in front of me. She got one and I got one. There was 2 left. She got one and I got one. So you can tell that my project is down because it's not coming up with my transfer tape. If you want to go really slow and peel apart your transfer tape, that way if anything is not done all the way, it would come up with your transfer tape. So you kind of want to go slow. Let me throw that away because I don't need that anymore. And then let me peel this with it. And we're just going to go slow. And we're just going to make sure that they're all stuck down. And so far, they are. I cut a little too much. Oh, see, that one's not. So let's go ahead and give that one a little love. And there we go. So I cut too deep. You only want to cut a little bit. If you cut too much, you'll see that your plastic falls apart when you're peeling. Oh, this one's not down, so we just gotta go slow. And then I'm gonna cut this away so I can work with it a little bit better. So I'm gonna cut this one away. And it's not even really, it's sticky, but it's not overly sticky. Like, it's low tack. I don't know. I'm amazed. I am totally amazed. Does it take the fun out of it? No, I'm having a great time because I'm not going, oh my God, I messed that one up. Take 2. And then have to start over my video again or start my project over or throw something away. Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby, come to the rescue. So I'm just going to kind of go over these with my finger just to make sure they're on. And this is a cold press, but look at how stinking cute that is, you guys. So I'm sure this says hand wash, but I'm going to go over all of these and just make sure to push them all down. This is just a wonderful, wonderful idea. I think this is like one of the best things I've ever bought from Hobby Lobby. That's on. That is so cute. So cute. Here is what it looks like when it says Mama. I'm a mama, so we're gonna go ahead and peel this off, and that one just came with it. So with it being low tack tape, this did kind of rip off, but it didn't hurt. It didn't. You can still see the design if I go to use this design. It's still there. I just cannot believe how simple and how cheap. What we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this over. We're gonna give it a good rub just to make sure it's on the transfer tape good, which I'm assuming it is. So we wanna make sure our cup is straight. I'm gonna put it right about here. And that's what it shows. It shows, well, it shows it up higher because it shows the pink. But I'm gonna put it right about even. Let me see how big my design is. I'm gonna put it right about here where it covers up that blue. I love that the tape is easy to work with. So the main thing is to put this one on straight. So Mama is straight. I'm gonna put it right above. Let me put it right here. And I'm gonna put it right over those hearts. I didn't even want to take them off. I didn't even care. See if it sticks. Hopefully it will stick. Then we'll learn. Then we'll know if we can put these over top of the hearts. I'm assuming you can. I don't see why you couldn't, but we're gonna find out here in a second. Let's see how well it sticks to these little stickers. Oh, nope, it's coming right off. Look at it. Oh my goodness. It's sticking fine on that heart. Just stop. You guys, stop it. I don't even want to take the hearts off. Like, it looks fine with the hearts. Like, it doesn't even look bad. Should I took the hearts off? Maybe. And I got it straight. I don't get anything straight. I got it straight. Oh, stop it. Okay, you know what? We're gonna flip this over and we're gonna do another one. Let me go ahead and do this one. Since this is my glass, I'm gonna go ahead and do another one on the back side, and I'm gonna take off these hearts that are in the way, and I'm gonna see how hard it is to peel off these hearts to put the decal on. I'm gonna put, have a good day. I will. I do have a good day since these ones are all still together. See how it comes off. Let's see if it even comes off. Okay, so to get it off, it will break. So this is a done deal now. So once it's on, it's pretty much on. I don't feel it coming up. I feel it's really attached to that. And I don't mind. This is fine because I want you guys to know it's fine that it's not coming up for me, and it might be breaking a little bit. So let me see if I can. It's like almost like nail polish. If I could, it's almost like one of those stickers that you get with nail polish. Let me see if I use a little bit of alcohol if it comes off. I'm gonna classify it as like a nail polishy, oops, thing. I don't want to scratch my glass, so I'm going to try to get this off with just my fingernails and see if we can scratch it off. So once it's on, it's on. There's no taking it off, so you would have to pick out maybe once you're doing your design, you would have to put the design and know which hearts you wanted to take off of the wrapper. So once they're on, they're on. There is no taking them off, so we'll just put our sunshine on over this area. Not coming off, so I think even when you wash this, it's on. It's literally feels like paint. It doesn't feel like vinyl. It actually feels like paint, like nail polish. It feels like this has been painted on. Sometimes when you work with vinyl will just kind of peel right up once you get the edge. This is chipping off like it's paint. So I'm assuming this is like a paint-ish decal. It doesn't say what it's made of. I'll have to look and see before we get done here. But no, you cannot get it off the glass. It's on. Once it's on, it's on, which is kind of good. So when you go to wash it, it doesn't go away. It's there for keepers. It's a keeper. I don't know how long it would last, but I was afraid that my my alcohol would kind of rub it off. Nope, we're good. So I'm gonna leave that one empty, and then we're gonna go ahead and put our, let's go ahead and clean this up a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and put our heart. So I can't get those off. I thought maybe I could peel. That's what I was trying to do, was peel up these hearts and see if I could get them off. So you're gonna have to peel them off when you have it on the carrier sheet. So let me show you what I mean by that. Take this up. We've already burnished it. If you would take one of these, if you didn't want this on, you would have to scrape it off on this carrier sheet. This is your carrier sheet right here. You would have to scrape one of these off here, and you can feel a little ridge when you go, see that pops off. But as soon as you apply it to this, it turns into almost like a paint. I could not get that heart off. I literally would have to scratch it off a little bit more, and I don't want to do that. I want it to be solid. So now we know, because I think I'm gonna be using these. These are really, really good. I like them. So I'm just gonna put this on over here to cover up my mistake. We'll go from there. These are so easy. It's supposed to be like this, and I'm gonna put it right in the middle like that. And I'm gonna cut the edges, this is gonna fold down just fine. I mean, as soon as it touches the glass, it almost like it cures. It just becomes part of the glass. There is no having to push it down. There's no fussing with it. Nothing. You don't have to do anything. It just becomes part of the glass. And you can see, like right here, it's not down because of the heart, but it's sealed. I am just totally amazed at the quality of these. These are working wonderful. So let me go ahead and peel this. We're just gonna go slow, and then we're gonna get out. I mean, look, I don't think that's ever happened in my crafting career. So, but here we go, and that's pretty straight behind my mama. So I did pretty good on that. So that's our cup. Stinking cute, you guys. I am, wow. I am just amazed. So my question is, the 16-ounce tumbler, and it wraps around perfectly. In this section, they had backgrounds for the back of these. They had these, and the background for these, with this cup was up here with the background, but it was like checkers, which was in that little picture I sent you. So I don't know if this is gonna work on here. We're gonna see how it wraps. But right now, this is my cup, and this was by far one of the easiest projects. So, but that is our cup, and this went on so easy. So I've decided to turn this into a part 2. I did get products that were too small for this. I did make it work, but I want to do it the right way. So I'm going to go shopping this week and do a part 2 to this video. And I'm going to make a new cup for you guys and do it the right way with the products that come from Hobby Lobby. The stuff that I got was just way too small. I did make it work like I said, but I think there's going to be a part 2 to this. So stay tuned for part 2. You won't miss anything on this cup. It turned out cute, but we're going to do it the right way. These are our finished projects. Look how stinking cute this turned out. This is my mama cup. Hopefully that's straight. It looks straight to me. When I look at it this way, it looks straight. And this is our mama cup. And then it says, have a good day. I used to say that to my kids all the time. Actually, I tell them to have a happy day. These cups turned out so adorable, but even though you can't tell that the decal was too small in that purple cup, stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to go get all the right supplies and redo this cup, and you'll have a part 2 to this series. But that mama cup is so cute. I hope you guys like what you saw today. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, lots of love, and I'll see y'all soon. Thank you for watching, my Craft Along buddies. If you loved what you saw today, Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, lots of love and see you soon.